First of all, I would like to clear your doubts. Most of the students, in fact, only a few students, since most of the students are not attending online classes. So, some students want to know that whether they have to write exercise of first chapter in copy. Yes, you have to write since you are having a lot of time. Second thing, those who are not attending the online classes, you must join it. Third thing, listen the lecture or video very carefully so it would be very easy for you to write each and every question. So hello students, I am Meena madam. Today I have to continue the second chapter, that is constitutional design. Today we have to study making of Indian Constitution and philosophy of Indian Constitution. So let us start with the making of Indian Constitution. In making of Indian Constitution, we have to study circumstances at the time of making of the Constitution. Second thing, factors that influenced Indian Constitution. Third thing, who made Indian Constitution. And fourth is why we accept the Constitution made by Indian Constituent Assembly more than 17 years ago. So first we have to see the circumstances at the time of making the Constitution. In fact, that time circumstances were very critical and violent. One by one we see these points. First one, at that time the people of India were emerging from the status of subjects to that of citizens. Here subjects means those people who have only duties to do. They don't have any rights to enjoy. Whereas the citizens means those people who are having rights and duties both. So that situation was very critical. People get the opportunity to enjoy their rights. So they don't understand what to do. Second is the princely states were given rights to decide either merge with India or with Pakistan or remain independent. Here merge means to join. Because this right was given to the princely states, so most of the princely states wanted to remain independent. So that was a very critical situation for India mainly. The country was divided and it led violence all over India. Under this violent and critical situation, Indian Constitution was made. Now next we have to see the factors those influenced Indian Constitution. The very first one is many constitutional provisions like universal adult franchise, right to freedom and equality, and protection of minorities were taken from the Constitution made in 1928 by Motilal Nehru and 8 other Congress leaders. And the Constitution made in 1931 in Congress Lahore session. Second is federal system in Indian Constitution was taken from the Government of India Act 1935. Third, the experience gained by Indians in the working of the legislative institution proved very useful for the country in setting up its own institution and working in them. And fourth is Indian Constitution was inspired by the ideals of French Revolution, parliamentary system of UK, the Bill of Rights of US, and socialist pattern of USSR. Now next we have to see who made the Indian Constitution. In fact, Indian Constitution made by the Indian Constituent Assembly. Election to Constituent Assembly was held in July 1946. Its first meeting was held in December 1946. But soon after, the Constituent Assembly was divided into the Constituent Assembly of India and that of Pakistan. Here, that of Pakistan means the Constituent Assembly of Pakistan due to the partition of India. The Indian Constituent Assembly had 299 members. Dr. Rajendra Prasad was the president of Constituent Assembly, whereas Dr. Ambedkar was the chairperson of drafting committee. Indian Constituent Assembly passed the Indian Constitution on 26 November 1949 and implemented it on 26 January 1950. Regarding the Indian Constitution, a big question is arised why we accept the Constitution made by the Indian Constituent Assembly more than 70 years ago. So there are many reasons behind it. So we have to see one by one all these reasons. The very first reason is that over the last 70 years, no large social group or political party have questioned the legitimacy of the Constitution itself. Here, legitimacy means legal status. Time to time, a number of changes are made in Indian Constitution, but no big changes made in Indian Constitution so far. Second thing is, Constituent Assembly represented the people of India. It is true that the members of Constituent Assembly were not elected by the people directly but elected by the members of the existing provincial legislatures. Here, provincial legislature means the legislatures of states. It means the members of the Constituent Assembly were elected by the representatives of the people. Third point is that this Constituent Assembly represented every geographical region of the country. It means that the Constituent Assembly represented the every part of India. Fourth is Indian Constituent Assembly represented members from different language groups, caste, classes, religions, and occupations. And last one is that the method used to make constitution was very democratic. First, basic principles decided and agreed upon. Then, drafting committee chaired by the Dr. Ambedkar prepared a draft of constitution for the discussion and with the consent of people through newspapers, the Constitution of India was finally accepted by the Constituent Assembly on 26th November 1949. So now I dictate some questions. First question is discuss the circumstances at the time of the making of Indian Constitution. Second is why we accept the Constitution made by Indian Constitution more than 70 years ago. Third, mention the factors that influenced Indian Constitution.